Hey YouTube, it's your boy Danny. Alone in the studio. Rudy couldn't come over. It got pretty late. It's about 3 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock at night. I'm trying to record these videos the best that I can. My cat is in the studio right now. My dog is in the studio. This is where we sleep. This is kind of our home. There's my poster of Animal Crossing. So anyway, this is where we live. Just wanted to do a quick meta discussion, a quick meta video, just to get it out there to see what people think, what people are doing. Also, it's Spooktober! Yay! We have Julio Jr. here. It's my favorite cat. So what I have to say about the meta is Thunder Dragons are going to be the bomb diggity. Thunder Dragons are going to wreck. Thunder Dragon Invoked is going to wreck. Orphagils are going to wreck. We gotta see Cyber Dragons. The Iron Triangle is probably gonna be Cyber Dragons, Orphagils, and Thunder Dragons until something else comes around. Sleeper decks, some sleeper decks such as Fluffles will be around. We will have certain OTK decks going around, such as my Cyverse deck, who's turned into an OTK deck because of Clock Dragon, which don't sleep on it. It can hit numbers of 10,000, and it can hit hard. So there's that. So Thunder Dragons right now are probably the biggest threat. They're going to be the biggest threat. They're hype. They don't really take damage from cards, like evenly matched, and they can just banish themselves outright. And then they have Mechaba to back them up. They have their boy Mechaba, and they have Raijin and Purgatrio for the OTK. Alistair giving them 1,000, and then the spell, the Magical Meltdown, giving them protection. Not going to be a fun, how do I say it? Not going to be a fun meta. I'm going to get some water real quick. I'm a little harsh. Not going to be a fun meta, but at the same time, not going to be a boring meta. I think it's going to be better than Sky Striker meta, because Sky Striker meta sucked. Sky Striker was easy to beat. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was really easy to beat. It was Called by the Grave, their Ash, their Ray. Who cares? Get over with it. They weren't I don't think a very powerful deck. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't play meta. I don't really like playing meta. Well, that's not true. I'm probably the most competitive player in the group out of the guys, out of who we have. And I would say Sky Strikers were not a thing. Like, they didn't bother me at all. But I know to other players, to stronger meta players, they were a force, and Gokis along with that were a force to be reckoned with. You just gotta remember that every deck has its weakness. Every deck has its bane. Gokis really couldn't play around Ghost Bell. They couldn't play around Ash. They had the two Called by the Grave, but it just wasn't enough for them. Sky Strikers themselves I'd say their ending force was the ban list. They were very, very powerful. I will say that they were powerful when they had three. What's that card called? That stupid card. The card everybody hates. Well, I guess nobody hates it, just me. Of Hornet Drones. Engage is just a stupid card. It was worth $70 for nothing. I mean, it was a monkey board basically, and you could get monkey board for $1. So I mean, like, pick your poison, like monkey board or Sky Striker Engage. And I think people who like blew up Sky Striker Engage really deserve the biggest punishment, because that in its own right was outrageous. People blowing that card up like the way that they did. That card should have been a $20 card minimum. I can't say that I would agree with the $70 and Infinite Impervience. I can't agree with the $100, and that's not just coming from a player who is not a meta player, like just another bitch. Like, you guys gotta understand, I've been playing the game for years. I've been playing the game for a long time. Y'all gotta understand that I've been around since before Fabled format and Dragon Ruler format and Wind Up format, and I was around for Necros format, and I was around for Spellbook format, and Pepe. Like, I played Pepe. For a long time I played Pepe. For a long time I played Necros. I played Necros until it died, and I would even say Necros isn't dead right now. Like, they still have the one Brio, they still have the Valks, and then the incantations are out. Like, the deck's not dead, but it's not as powerful as it was. Anyway, continuing on with what I was wanting to say, Sky Strikers, not a thing. Dead. Pure Gokis, I could see making a comeback. If in the right hands, if the right player, the smartest player, can dig it out. You've seen Jibbles use it, and you've seen him wreck with it. You've seen Jibbles just outright play. I'm not saying Jibbles is the best player, because he's not, and I'm not trying to talk trash. He makes misplays, and he makes some very valid misplays that you just have to call out, you know? And Pure Gokis is powerful, and it can summon the Great Ogre very easy. It can summon the Giant Ogre very easy, and I would even say that this Giant Ogre is more powerful than Borreload. And get at me if you don't agree. I mean, like, we can argue with it all day. He negates Borreload's effect. Like, even in the anime, he negates Borreload's effect. So there's that. So these cards that have been created, hey Rocco, these cards that have been created for this game, for this meta, I'd say are powerful in their own right. We have Thunder Dragons to worry about, we have Orphagelts to worry about, and we have Cyber Dragons to worry about right now. Cyber Dragons are going to make a comeback. I can already tell you they're going to make a comeback. Crusadia is still around. Crusadia is very powerful. Don't sleep on Crusadia. Our resident Mermail player Josh, our boy, He will wreck on you with Crusadia all day, and he will laugh about it, and he'll feel good about it. And if you're not prepared, you're not prepared. Like, there are ways to get around it. There are ways to kill it, and I've found that there are ways to kill it. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be easy by any chance or by any stretch of the imagination. What else is there to talk about? We have Soul Fusion that just came out. We have the Legendary Duelist decks that just came out. The Destiny Hero deck is out. It's a very powerful deck. Don't sleep on that. The PK deck is out. The Phantom Knight deck is out, which we're gonna profile for you once it comes in the mail. I ordered just a little teaser. We ordered some Dantes and some Break Swords, and I was like, hey, you know, we have the Dantes, we have the Break Swords, may as well get some Maliciouses and play PK, you know? So I decided to play PK. What else is there? Solomon Great. Solomon Great is an interesting archetype that I don't think anyone should sleep on. It's budget, it's fun, it's powerful too. It has its quirks. Rocco, stay inside or leave. Pick one. My dog, sorry. Wants to get comfy in the studio. I guess I shouldn't be an ass to him. So, back to what I was saying. Salmon Greats. Fluffles. I wanted to talk about Fluffles as well. Fluffles have Kraken. They have Penguin. They have their Octopus, which not a lot of people play Octopus, but I can tell you it's a damn good card. Watch out for it. We have a Patchwork now, and Frightfur Patchwork. We have Fluffle Patchwork and Frightfur Patchwork. Then we have the new Edgimp card, Edgimp Pendulum Monster. So they will be making a comeback of their own in their own way. I'm not saying that they're going to be tier 1 or even tier 2, but believe me, watch out. That combo with Wiith and what's it called? Wiith, Wolf, and Tiger, blowing up your opponent's field and then attacking 7 times for 2,000. I mean, don't even get me started with OTK decks. I mean, on this channel, I know we have a lot of OTK decks. We have the Hero OTK deck, we have the Cyber Dragon OTK deck, but that doesn't mean that I like it. That doesn't mean that I want it. And then not only that, my Cybers deck is slowly turning into an OTK deck with the help of the Covenant Clock Dragon. It's a very good card. Like I was saying, don't sleep on it. It can hit numbers of 10,000 using your what's his name? Firewall, yes. Using your Firewall as material and using the Decode Talker's material, getting 7,000 off plus the 25. Not a good time for anybody, honestly. Like, not a good time for any deck, especially decks that like to leave monsters out on the field. And then he's got his protection effect, and then he adds a spell. Really good support. Some people, I've gotten messages in the inbox about how I'm playing the deck wrong and about how I'm doing it. Here's a message for you players out there. There's no such thing as playing a deck wrong. There's no such thing as playing a deck bad. and there's no such thing as not having fun with a deck. Because if you can make a deck fun at the end of the day, so I'm gonna hold it up. This is my Cyverse deck. You guys know I like it. You guys know already what it does. What's the point of it? You've seen me play it a bunch of times on this channel. There's just no such thing as doing Yu-Gi-Oh wrong. There are bigger YouTubers out there, like way bigger YouTubers out there, like way famous YouTubers out there that I'm not even gonna name because I don't want their names on my channel. Not to be salty or anything, but they talk trash about the game. Like, there's one in particular that I'm thinking of who would talk trash about the game, whose channel is now retired, and he's making money being an engineer, doing things that he wants to do. But while he was playing Yu-Gi-Oh, he was an ass. And I don't want that for this channel. I don't want us to be undermining decks. I don't want to be talking crap about decks, you know, like saying, oh, that deck is shit, even though I just spent like 5 minutes talking about how Sky Strikers was bad. I didn't mean it in a rude way. I just meant it in a... it didn't bother me that Sky Strikers were a thing. Because they were easy to beat, you know? Like, I had an easy time beating them. And you should have had an easy time beating them too. So, anyway... moving on with the meta discussion. Go ahead and comment whatever you want to comment. If you think I'm missing something, comment in there. If you think I'm talking out of my ass, comment. Inbox us if you're embarrassed. We take hate and love at the same time. We've received quite a bit of hate mail for some of the things that we've said. We've received quite a bit of love mail. I've heard people saying that we're doing good jobs. I've had people ask for t-shirts. We're gonna get things done. Anyway, getting back to what I was trying to say, Soul Fusion is around the corner. Thunder Dragons are gonna be a thing. People are gonna get them. Be careful. Not to sound like a broken record or anything, but you gotta be careful. They're gonna get you. They're gonna sneak up on you. And most importantly, don't sleep on rogue decks. Like, please, 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 do not sleep on rogue decks. Like, a rogue deck will always beat a meta deck, and I will always believe that a rogue deck suited with the right tools, like Ash Blossoms and Ghost Ogres, will take out the meta deck playing Infinite Impervience and Evenly Matched. Because here Rudy is the one who plays the most hand traps, and he plays the most meta cards, and doesn't do anything to me. Like, it doesn't phase me. Like, he'll drop Evenly Matched and I'll come back the next turn. It's not like Evenly Matched hurts me. It's not, and it shouldn't hurt you either. Like, if you're playing a game and you get evenly matched, it's not the end of the world. It's really not. Like, especially if you built your deck right and you built it the way that you wanted to build it, and you built it in and out, just a way that you know how to pilot it, then good job. You've succeeded in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, and you've succeeded in doing something that not a lot of people can say that they've done. Because there's people who take this game, there's players who take this game too serious. 2, there's players who don't take this game serious enough. Those are the people I love. And 3, there are people who play the game for what it is. And I think the mixture of all 3 is really good. Really fun atmosphere. Some would say that our community is toxic. I'm going to go ahead and say our community is not toxic. Our community is just a little bit confused about what it wants. So anyway, guys, get at me at EpicBeastPro7 on my Instagram, my private Instagram. You can follow me there. We post stuff about Yu-Gi-Oh on there. I do music. I'm a music writer. I'm a songwriter. I play guitar. I sing. I know I don't have the best voice, but I get by. And like, comment, subscribe, donate to the Patreon, and most of all, catch me on turn 2.